Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Just to remind you, my name's Natasha. Um, so we're going to talk about the stuff that we discussed last time about how you're feeling, and then just kind of talk about treatment plans. So last time
Okay.
we talked about you wanting to. I'm so sorry I interrupted you. Um, Last time we talked about you wanting to begin exercising again, and that doing that made you kind of feel overwhelmed. So we wanted to kind of talk about how we get back on track with that. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. I have like this really big birthday coming up, and it's like in a month or so, and I really want to drop like 10 pounds to get into this really cute dress I have, but I don't know how to go from sitting here to getting that done. And
That's
I know
amazing.
exercise is like the only way to go, but it's just overwhelming.
I can see how that can be overwhelming, but there's actually a lot of good ways to kind of get yourself set up for success. So, the first thing that we want to talk about is kind of treatment plans, and that would be applied behavioral analysis. I think that's going
Okay.
to work out best for you. And that is actually by Skinner. Have you heard of the applied behavioral analysis before?
I think I've heard of it, but I just really don't know much about it at all.
Okay. So some people do have concerns about it because they say it's outdated. But I do want to let you know that it is an evidence-based practice, and it's very researched. So we can see that it does make changes and it does help people. So I really think it'll work for you. Are you okay with trying to work through that one?
Sure. I mean, I'm
Okay.
I'm kind of game for anything at this point. You're the boss, you're the professional, so
Thank you. It works really well because we can set goals and then work towards those goals. And I think, especially with you wanting to get the weight off and then put on exercise for you, it's going to work great.
oh good.
So, we want to talk about being overwhelmed and then
Hmm.
being overwhelmed with exercise and how we get to exercising. So,
Okay.
right now, before you start exercising, how do you feel?
Like as far as how do I feel like
So
physically
like
or
you're gonna get up right now and you're gonna go exercise. How do you feel right before that? Do you feel sad? Do you feel scared? Like obviously you feel overwhelmed,
um
but what are some other feelings?
um kind of defeated, honestly.
Okay. And then after you don't exercise, what do you feel?
Lazy and
Lazy.
like even more defeated. Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
then
almost like I need a kick in the butt kind of thing.
okay. And then what if we change the behavior and we say you felt defeated and then we exercised? How would you feel after?
Oh, I definitely would feel better
Okay.
for sure.
So I think we can definitely make little changes to kind of get to the goal of feeling better. So that's kind of where we're going to target our behavior. So
Okay.
we're going to break down each task for the applied behavior. So
Okay.
let's talk about setting goals for each moment. So right now, how are you working towards working out?
Good intentions? Does that
Good
count?
intentions. Okay, totally fine. Okay, so how many times a week do you want to work out?
I think I feel really good if I did like 3 times a week.
Okay, so can you set calendar invites in your phone for the 3 times a week that you want to work out? So maybe like if you want to work out at 9 a.m., can you set a calendar invite and then that way it reminds you that you're going to work out?
I can do that.
Okay, and
That's a
then
really good idea. I've never thought about that.
so that way you can kind of have a hey, I do want to do this today. Okay.
Okay.
And then another thing that we can do is also put an alarm on your phone for maybe like an hour before that workout time. And then that's when we can start getting ready for working out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
So that way we can kind of change into our clothes and get ready and then start beginning to prepare our bodies for that time. Because I know the overwhelmed part of it is really hard for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So we also want to talk about rewards because I know that each step of this is going to be really hard for you. And then we want to like make sure that we're rewarding ourselves for each piece. So
Okay.
I know. How many pounds do you want to lose?
It's like 10.
Okay, so how about at every 2 pounds, we reward ourselves with something fun?
Yeah. Just not like candy. Sounds really good right now.
No, candy doesn't work. Um,
Backfire.
so you have this fancy dress you want to put on, right?
Mm, hmm.
Okay, so do you have the jewelry for your fancy dress?
I don't.
So what
I
about
hadn't even
every
thought about
two
that.
pounds? Yeah, what about every 2 pounds you buy either the earrings or the necklace or the whatever to reward yourself for the every 2 pounds you lose?
I really like that because then I could be like totally put together.
Okay.
Wow, I like that a lot, actually.
Okay, so we'll check back in each week and then see where you're at on it. And that will kind of help you gradually shape your behavior over and then help you work towards that goal. Um, do you think that will help you work towards your goal of losing weight?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I do like the idea of checking back in with you because that's also going to hold me accountable. Because I'll
I
feel
think
really
so.
lousy if I meet with you and I'm like, I didn't do it.
Yes. But that's okay.
Yeah, for
Sometimes
sure.
that we sometimes we fall back in and that's okay. We just have to meet little goals. So maybe even just the first couple of days, like so say you're not going to work out till Wednesday and today's Monday. Monday, you just put your clothes on. And then tomorrow, you put your clothes on, your shoes on, and you make a water bottle. And then Wednesday, that's when you're fully going to do all three of those things and work out. But that way, you're preparing yourself for that behavior. Do you think that that's
Okay.
too far for you, or you think that you can handle that?
No, that makes a lot of sense. So like when I get ready Tuesday, what if I get ready and I'm like, I might as well go to the gym? Can I still just go do that?
I think that that would be wonderful if you go do that. And you can also either count that as your workout or add an extra day to give yourself an extra surprise.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Okay?
No, I like that a lot. Yeah.
So, just so that you and I are on the same page, are there any barriers that you foresee?
Um, I not at the moment because at this point it's me. It's all me. It's not
It,
like I have to climb a mountain to get to the gym or something, right? It's
right.
just it's me that needs to get it done.
Okay. So, in the morning when your alarm goes off, what feelings can you overcome to help you?
Um, feeling like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. They're
So,
putting it off and putting it off.
yeah. So I'm hoping with you putting the clothes on Monday and filling your water bottle the next day that we can kind of curb those feelings and get to
Okay.
Wednesday and actually work out.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And then I do
Yeah,
want
for
to
sure.
talk about achievable goals. So for next week, when are we
Mhm.
going to weigh ourselves to see if we met our 2 pound goal?
The morning before I meet you. The
Okay. And
morning
then
of the
when
day I meet you. Yeah.
okay, when are you going to buy your earrings if you meet the goal?
Uh, I just have to go that day, get it. But you know what? I'm gonna have to weigh myself tomorrow morning so that I have a baseline number.
Yes.
Because if I don't
Okay.
have a baseline number, it's not gonna make a big difference because I won't know where I started from.
Okay. Okay.
Do that tomorrow.
And you know you want to lose 2 pounds. So maybe you can even write that stuff down. Like you could write a little list and have that stuff prepared so you know, like, okay, I lost my 2 pounds or whatever. And it's okay if you fluctuate. It's okay. We all go up and down, water weight, all
Okay.
that kind of stuff. So don't get discouraged. Make sure you keep going to the gym and you keep doing your thing. Okay.
Okay. I can do
Okay.
that.
Is there any questions before we go? Anything that you have questions on about the applied behavior analysis? Any questions about the gym? Anything like that?
I don't think so, but can I, if I do think of something, is it okay if I reach out?
Of course, you can always reach out and I'll always be here. And then, of course, we'll meet next week and then we can discuss any other new questions that pop up.
That sounds great. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.